Hi everyone! Welcome back to more Beacon Pines. Learned last time that the town we've been living in since they had everybody go elsewhere for 2 weeks and put everyone up in hotels is a replica. Not the real Beacon Pines, it's a replica. So good nobody noticed. And I also see that I need to fix my ice cream remote just a teeny bit so that it doesn't have that word, that awkward of in there, but I'm sure I can do that easily. Well, Tiny Joy, I had a job interview today that I think went well. Of course, we'll find out for sure more later, but I think it went well. It's at a local Italian restaurant that I've been to once, and it has good food, but I also like Italians, so me being able to find something there that I'll eat and I like is really easy. It's probably going to be like half the menu. Basically, it's the don't have chili peppers and I should be fine. Yeah. Please. So yeah, let's get back into the game. Since it seems to be in a slightly weird spot, guess we'll have to read what's on the page. Okay. A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes. Luca Van Horn, you're going to save the world. With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow, every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
To be continued in Beacon Pines. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it?
Okay, so we're going through this little tiny bit again, but that's okay. It's not much. This is where we left off.
I was even starting to like Iggy.
My core's going through my sweatshirt.
I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay, and I think I saw us over here. Yes, here I can do something else. Good cop, hard cop. I think that's the only place I can got another word right now.
Hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Yeah, sure.
Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face.
Dude, he's unconscious. He can't do anything.
Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who? Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on. Let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. Rollo, that's kind of going to give away that you're got a carrot. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! Dude, he's tied up! What? I don't
Mr.
even...
Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk! Spill the beans! You haven't asked him any questions! What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He shook
lord!
his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? That we know. Or the original town? Right where the fountain was. It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Spark Plug? I almost said Splug Park.
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rollo. I think he went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Cato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. This is a dang nice library. Thanks. We work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Beck, librarians can be adorable. Look at Cato. He's a Jew penguin. There we get adorable. Oh, Cato hung out here so much, eventually they just gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Ms. Novak sometimes. They got you working for free. It's quiet, and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Food! Ice cream! Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you in Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing. We sorta don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. Yeah, that would all be there. They would also have land records, like who purchases and that type of thing. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered.
Yeah.
Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos.
Messages hidden in jam makes sense as to why she put names on who gets which jam.
Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. Hey, Sorless, enjoy your lurk. Hi, Jan. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. Hey! They're quite handy. They tell you like exactly when somebody died and where, and the cause of death. That's basically all their primary records for, but that's still something. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And I won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey. We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name back? In the obit? J. Hartford? From the book Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my Gran's name. Juniper Hartford. Maybe there were 2 J. Hartfords? Not impossible! Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Still not conclusive proof, Luca. Suspicious, yes, but not conclusive. Okay, this is getting creepy. Your Gran is 6 feet under, 3 towns over. But who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Alright, gang. I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap! Pa's gonna kill me! I gotta go! Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let us meet up early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Uh-oh, she's home!
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Yeah. Yes, I remember where the basement is. He's gone! Oh.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace?
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. I just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
Dude, you should have gone upstairs to get food. I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He
delayed.
flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncrete. Oh, now I can think. So Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver. I'm screwed. She doesn't know that I need to play it cool. Guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Yeah, of course, can't put that back. See, Gran preps ahead of time. You could have got food from there. Uh-oh, Gran moved. Gran? Oh, okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His
There's something
stride
in
began
that
to falter.
jam.
He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The Drew. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Sounds like Luca's being dragged. Rest now, and let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
She wasn't trying to drug you. She was trying to drug Nuncrete.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncrete?
That's the better question. From the other ending, it's because whatever's going on, he's in on it.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival! Okay, basement still open. No Gran outside, that's okay. Do need to go to the festival though. Yes, come on. Let's change my mind about where I was going. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. This one intended for Mr. Nuncrete. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho! Sly devil. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? You looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncrete is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Yeah, a mayor that doesn't... unsure about being a
Augustus
mayor.
Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Ahem. Is this thing... Oh, hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and... I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just want to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause benefiting such a great man. Clap, 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 clap. Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine,
He
everyone!
gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor! Who basically said nothing! What a great turnout! Oh, heck, I didn't prepare anything! But, suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a big stack of note cards out from his vest.
He prepared something. Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate a perennial harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. Okay, I don't know what inexorable means. That's a new one to me, even if I'm pronouncing it correctly, that is. Yeah, change. Yeah, it happens. Like it or not. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Dude. Nobody's thankful for every change. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. Okay, so Luca's dad's been gone for 6. Been living in Replica Town for 4, I'm guessing then. Simple business trip, which brought me to a small town, which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip.
The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A thick conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. Okay, that's pretty damn arrogant. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry. A little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim,
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits! They got frozen.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end.
Yep.
On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time.
Yeah, sure he's...
The end.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit?
That's because they
Maybe
blew
we
up
should
the
just close the
source.
book, walk away and never think of me again!
No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Okay. Ooh, new... Here, just a sec. New thing at the cop. Could try Sly. Just want to make sure there's nothing else. Yep, there we can refuse, but I don't think that's... Okay, good cop, Sly cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Okay.
With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modwill girl. Please call me back. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. Guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here
Beck
to...
twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep. The old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Are you sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know, it intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have password and know where to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Yeah, they got something going on underground. Good thinking. We should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. To you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. The whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
That's not the important part there, Rolo. The password, Rolo. Well, sure. But once things are back to normal, be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meeting. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried? Covered? Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies? So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Ooh, it's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude rug store. Kren's. Yeah. I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, Rolo, that's actually helpful. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Hi, what you doing out here? You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear, that man would be late to his own funeral. How are you late to your own funeral? You not dead yet? Or something? Trying to see if there's any more words I can get. But it's not looking like it. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. I was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh. What do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. Yeah, I'm not really knowing there. There's definitely a cover-up going on, though. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kirk came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. Yeah, that one I'm positive you did not agree to. Who does? That is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When all of this inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed? You guys. Because it's got your name on that place.
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change, whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future? Or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you'll always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Yeah, we know. It's dark outside. Okay, I recognize you have a good book, but it's dark out. I don't see a flashlight, so how are you still seeing well enough to read? Knowledge. He spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something, but able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Well, Nuncreed's is this way. Someone's there.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. I can't say licorice would be my first choice. Definitely not mine, especially black licorice. Whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I've always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold, hard cash. He's right. It's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. Yeah, not getting anything. You ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Kren's Nude Rug Store! No. I mean, Underground Secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground Secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great. Now what? I guess...
The
Ah!
inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air
They
was
knew too
stagnant
much.
and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. Knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Yeah, of course you're speechless. Of course I did. No, you didn't. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, remember when I said how cool it would be? If the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real? Rollo, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. Looks like each of these has something written on them. Okay. This suit has a broken mask. So, have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We've at least found their hazmat suit. It walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed? Let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Okay, so the outfit from the one that tried to get Luca. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing with Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. Okay, we know where that is, I believe. That's where my mom works? What does she do? Science stuff? Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would a Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. Yeah, it's big. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, dude. Rollo, what did you do? Nothing! I didn't even mow yet! What is that? Hide! Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Hi, Nuncreed. Shit. 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 Awesome! You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets? I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now. I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends. Back before...
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
all of this. That's a lie! It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. You were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So, you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients, and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Alright, getting a drink. Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand. He was willing to pay us, both handsomely, to help him understand it. And my dad said no? Your father and I both believed in helping people. The thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, "Hey, Ozzy, yep, I'm doing good." Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, you'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know? My Gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she...
The color drained from Nancreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently, she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say, this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today. Yeah, there's also the basement at Luca's house. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nancreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain? But why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nancreed.
She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So... We're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. You good? Yep. I love this town.
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark.
Gonna hit toffee and gonna be starting soon, so I'm okay. Enjoy your lurk, Ozzy.
Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carry her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face as she was flung out into the cold.
That was intense? Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold? Doesn't look like it got to on any of us. Didn't feel like we were traveling that far. So, where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out of here? There's only one way to find out, I suppose. You gotta catch up with Nancreed. I think he went this way. Okay. Let's just, yeah, I think this is where Luca's house is supposed to be. So... Yep, there's the town sign. No snowball to throw at it, though. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow? No time. Nancreed's getting away. Like, this looks familiar. Okay, This is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. It's the original town. Ah, I got it. So obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. This species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective? Kill all of us and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me. But you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran
Gran.
stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you, this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollenbeck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish.
That's a bit...
His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. No, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Yep.
Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
In the stillness, he began to... I'm gonna start with
And in
weep.
the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This will all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fail or fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
Yep, we're all frozen.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph? I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing
Before
to...
Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Why did it take so long to freeze? Okay, everything frozen.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca, her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror, there was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, that was dire.
Uh-huh.
On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we
Already
just
kinda
need
had
to
that
find a way
figured
to
out.
deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Okay, let's try humming instead of weeping.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody
So he could sleep.
pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
It's pretty.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out.
Okay, we really start
A few
freezing.
steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom?
Luca sprinted as
Oh,
fast as
pick
he
it up.
could toward his mother.
Well, found his mom.
They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone? Should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. Thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? Tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. So yeah, that obit probably was his grand's obit. And Mom, knowing that her mom was gone, felt safe taking on that identity. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. You don't understand. He always wins. You can't always win.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago,
Okay. This
Eleanor
one-
Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering.
Gonna figure out what happened to Mom.
No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door bust open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen.
Okay, is that the same thing? The person I suspect is the narrator, like Nettie said?
There
I
were
don't
dozens
remember.
of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor
Okay.
heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar! Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated, Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I am Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all know Valentine's fertilizer is too good to be true. We all know the whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable. I have a feeling comfortable does not mean comfortable. So that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It's just easier to look the other way. The truth is. Okay. That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No. I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expect something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short. I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Well, it's very clear Kerr's not in charge, I guess. It's Seymour Valentine. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Yeah. Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents.
Uh-oh.
A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Was he exposed too and became, like, basically a child?
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
Uh-huh. What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people! Maybe it would help if we set the mood? Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Yeah. Ha! Wonderful!
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard! Malice. Glad you're back, so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. You ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. So today I am disappointed. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse. A son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you failed me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? Us focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no help in it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were just too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever. In fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again. And I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Yeah, that's dictatory. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished any of this? Dawn, suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Yeah. Patrick C. Montesquieu, Thespian extraordinaire at your service. Flounder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. Truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait! So the Spilker was a patsy the whole time. Yes, that is what they're saying. Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. That'll make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha! The young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now, time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, each winter is becoming colder and colder and longer because of what Sharper's doing. Okay, did everything there, and there, 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 there. I got a new one there. So, go in here. Okay, I already did shame. Luke appeared at Mr. Nuncreed. His eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding behind it all. Subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over. Of course. Sure, it'll all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rollo at the
Luca
treehouse.
twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca? You know your dad and I were good friends back in the day? You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Yeah, this is where Luca or Rollo's missing. Just go down here. Just okay. Not what I was looking for. The festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree. This is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know, that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? You'd be ashamed if
The
someone...
two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Okay. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Model. I work here now. Unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Okay, I'm not talking to the clipboard. Whoa. You could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's junkin', Sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junkin'? I might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Bah. Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. This bunch is all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I better get going. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Dude, I seriously don't know what you're thinking you saw. Okay, can't talk to that kid. Okay. Rollo? Rollo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
Oh.
Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source? He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember.
Is that what the source really is just a cold fire?
Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. "Wait? For what?" Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me."
Oh.
Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense?" Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Uh-oh.
Chapter 5. Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight.
It's an adult.
Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Stop right there. Or I'll... Shh. I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are you? Looks like a bigger Rollo.
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now, or I'll clobber you with the baseball bat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You're like, what if his random uncles or something? Where is he? Uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. It really is you? Prove it. Flamin' chicken coop, Luca!
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. What? Where did they take you? Dunno. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. Think I was in an underground lab or something? They made my hands all big. Look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rollo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sorta smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa. You smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least, I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage. Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome! Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. May have finally found a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Nothing got a lead on what happened to Luca's mom. Danger, ha.
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Hey, fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Take cover! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I don't know where else to go. So, you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know, this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca? This is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Definitely weird. Okay. So it all started when I made it back home. The first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Oh yeah. As her hair got turned gray. Okay. Just need to play it cool. And hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Well, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You're the one that said change is a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck? He is. And then his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough for her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. Can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But, not another peep?
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey. But doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
Okay, I did not catch which kitty showed up. Assuming it even... Oh, there we go, Starla! Don't have her anymore. Had to put her down. But that's my Starla. She flashed a sly grin and tossed it. I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded. No. Sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? The next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies. I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modwell seems to be integrating nicely. This very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of handling the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. When she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir. You usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Is Dr. Prescott the body that was dropped on us? Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to Perennial Harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Belle, I'll make this very clear for you. Brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. We're only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder?
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah. As far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. From the last end, we know it's Sharper Valentine. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. Says she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended? I'm getting that impression. Okay. So we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't you just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help? You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome mat for my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Rollo, it's probably floor plan, not blueprints. They are different. Look, here's a reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. Realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Okay, so what's our assignment? Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're going to talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her in fits, this whole thing could go bust. Me, Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your
He
new
waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? Bah, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. When she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you going to persuade them? I'll think of
They
something.
each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Okay. Okay, you're none of my peoples. Same with you, but we do got a clipboard. Okay, I haven't done this for this long before, I don't think. It don't do anything. Okay. We can't talk to you. Okay. Go across. Okay. Where am I gonna find Jeff? None of my peoples are up here. How about down here? None of my peoples look like they're down here. This direction? I can't see him. Hey, go back. Just a second. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. Sharper Valentine. Welcome back, Wes!
A bit much, if you ask me.
Yep! Indulge. You've learned a few things. Well, first, there's where the source is. Something happened to Mom that transformed her, so now she's Gran. Or at least we've been knowing her as Gran, but she's actually Mom. Rollo's back as an adult. because probably the same thing that happened to our mom. Well, he was wanting to drink it. And in the last ending, I didn't see that razor. And in the last ending, this kid Solomon drank green stuff that basically Rolo just said he had to drink, and turned into an adult and revealed, "Hey, I'm sharper." Yawns. Nope, not time travel. Hey, Bree. Not time travel. We're doing different endings, but it's not time travel. But there is something going on. It's not time travel. This green stuff. Rolo had to drink some green stuff, and that made him become an adult. So there is something going on. Right now, we're trying to enlist help to save a friend's mom. Hey, Jeff. What can I do for you? Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry. I mean... Yeah, it's that ooze. Well, Beck's hair got grayed. Because of it, Rolo's an adult. Luca's mom is older and has been being called Gran to protect basically everybody. And it's possibly why Sharper is a child. There, I'm not fully sure if that ooze made him younger, but he was talking about having infinite time in the last ending. I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So, we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help. Oh, and the friend's mom. The friend is Beck. Her mom just recently got a job at Perennial Harvest, and she's the one we're going to try to save, because she's in trouble, because she doesn't know what she got herself into. Yeah.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see? I knew you kids were alright. Great. So you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But I mean, one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Junk. I'm gonna try shit. Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Well, hopefully tomorrow goes okay.
Luca wasn't ready to give up so easily. He shouted out again.
Okay, so not shit. Fight? Done enough fighting for one lifetime, and more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Okay. Junk? Yeah, wakes. Yeah, those do suck. Hopefully it goes as smoothly as it can. Yeah, what of it? So I got more junk than a king has copper. Ain't interested. Hide?
Jeff's brow perked up.
What you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Get a bunch of kids to do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gob should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by the first thing in the morning. Okay. Now I gotta find the town bully. Who is not here. No, we cannot go into Nuncruz, okay? Here she is. Hey, Tish! Look who it is! Luca, are you here to try and tickle us to death again? Just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda stranger. Both are bit. We're gonna try strange. Strange, you know?
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... I'm gonna try to break our hostilities, at least for now. We do like breaking things. The truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn. I'm impressed. And after all this is done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out in the treehouse sometime?
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy tea house. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Alright. Did you hear that,
Iggy
Tish?
gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the
A single
treehouse.
tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We're locked and loaded on my end. And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being
smart.
uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. Delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. Suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits and
With
such.
a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder? Oh, I didn't hear anything about... Yeah, This is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. We don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. You could just complete this form?
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits! Sir? That's the restricted area? Excuse me, sir? Our harvest awaits! Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yep. Suck on its perennial ham fist. What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door! I've got a job to do!
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on! Just buzz me in already. Okay. They run away. Phew. That was close. Our harvest awaits? Hey, I figure, when in doubt, stick with the classics. Oh, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do. Yeah, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a fake stash. Casey needs some muscle, because yeah, he did not have it yesterday. I don't think you grow a stash like that overnight, no matter how old you are. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. That's odd. I don't even need cups for the water. No, I don't really have to worry about that. You can... a hallway to nowhere? What's going on here? Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here? Yeah, so I won't know, cause that's... I'm girl. It's a long story. Are you
A
okay?
veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
Yeah, I don't really get much. Just a little along like the corners, but it's still like really thin and. No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and. Were they in hazmat suits? Yes. How did you know? They brought me here and locked me up. And when they were distracted, I ran. Dang. Okay, you stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah. Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't just leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. Because Rollo, since it's a different ending, doesn't know that Solomon is actually Sharper Valentine. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. I'll let you mention it. I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequences. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly
Luca
fortunate.
tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. The other mom. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. Of course you're sighing.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rolo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
A group of boys must help a psychic girl named Marf defeat a monster named the Jugorgon and save their town from the marsh side down. Okay, town and... Oh, hey, Jupe! Is that from Stranger Things reference, or...
I thought I heard Juporgon.
Yeah, Jupe Gorgon.
Oh, God, that, alright. Yes.
Wes says hi, Jupe.
I thought it was in the game, not from Wes.
Nope, it's from Wes.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen Stranger Things. Sorry. Screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background. How did you guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rolo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the Founder uses such a basic password. I'm not likely to actually watch it, so it's fine, Wes. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. Civilian types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Yeah, because he's trying to defend himself without giving that away.
Wait, how did I read it? Sorry. Invading. It better have been called Marfer Things by the Marfer Brothers.
This time, Marfer things in a small USA town.
Made by the Marfer Brothers. Yeah. Add that in, Wes. Okay, fine.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rolo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never failed to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Oh, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Lucas scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock? Very much does not open the lock. Crap. We've got company. Luca, must go faster. One sec. I can't think with all this
He
noise.
quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is. 13806. Go, go, go! Curse those fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't you beat yourself up. I know you're just trying to help. They're being chased by clipboards. Oh man! No water cups! Rollo! Rollo? Are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're
With
trapped.
self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there. After them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom? Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? Thought you'd be happy. I finally used the Young Chemist lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spurt. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. You told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempest liquamine. Pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. There's a secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. but Tempus Liquimine is rebellious? Rebellious? You could think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing tempoliquimine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Hey, I don't know if I fully villainized you, but yeah, go for it. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistake that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Meh, those clothes are all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. This is why we gotta get you out of here. Like, now. Wait, the vial! Finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we got Dr. Modewell headed your way now. Roger that. Be careful. Alright. Everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go everything when they go here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info? Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow. Even its alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I could just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly. You're no bother at all. Okay. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system. Time card logs. Payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be all the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected? Looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Okay, sleep well, Wes. Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. Must have been in here recently. Yeah, you caught him leaving. You just haven't put that together yet. Really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I
With a
promise.
subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked! That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo? Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible somebody ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts! Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Let me just think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else huddle up. Oops. Think this little caper has gone on long enough? Solomon? No. Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Moldwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. You never met in person, but we have corresponded. See, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial Harvest, Valentine Fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you've got it. Tempest Liquamine. You discovered how to reverse the process?
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modwell. Very good. Well, the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
The effects went a little too far for my taste. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of
Before
the...
he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow. This stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a
He
taste.
jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca! Over here! Move another inch, and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine. Risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word. If you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
Deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way this
She
ends.
looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. You can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed a vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir! And to think all of this thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How's this all because of me? I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with the force he didn't understand, Walt showed me his true potential. Fate would have it, Luca. Your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and subsequent ascension, I'll return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three, keep post outside the door. Oh, crap. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. Not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo? You just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know. It's just, we're so close. Got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Okay, that's a little out of order. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Mr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter, with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. Left it for me, but its contents? Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It's about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
Is she? She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to consider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. I realize that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hall. Chapter 8. Comeuppance.
Ooh. I had to get a drink.
Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Got a different body because she's mom. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Lucas Gran. It's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no. What did they? Gran, there's no time to explain. You have to go now. Come on, everybody. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
Might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... malice?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Malice? The whiskey from his office? Yep. Dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grog juice could use a little hair of the dog. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
You popped like confetti! No, that's what I call 80 poof whiskey. Damn, dude. Pop goes the weasel is the award I got.
Stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end.
Oh.
That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
Okay, let's see. Get everything I can do there. So let's try to change what we spike it with.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like, pocket change? Your unlucky penny? Yeah, popped it into the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. And you can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Holy crap! He's a baby! Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What? He was no longer matters? This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, or young Sharper. That would be a great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue. Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Aww.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
He gets his mom back! Hi, Mom! Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. Got a batch of jam to finish drawing. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now, I enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rollo first. Okay, treehouse. Hi, Roxy! I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, started getting crowded after we invoked the max capacity 1 Rolo, 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. Hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast. But he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, so it'll go to his head. I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Hi, Mayor. Hey, Gus. How's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. So grateful to Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
You with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. Never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here, this is something I can be proud of. Slow and dirty harvest. I see you decided on a name. Yep, you had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on that final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It's actually Nellie's idea. There's a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that! Okay, Rolo will be this way. A little higher! Yep. Little lower! Yep. Little higher! Yep. I'm telling ya, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell them it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. They'll be fine, right? Oh, it'll be fine. If we really want mission control into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. So, you're right. Lead the way. Okay, now we gotta go find Beck at her house. Guess might as well chat with you. Who could get this? I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah. Honest to goodness. Flip-flopping, swim-swamming fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What'd you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. Hoping to catch it again tomorrow. Sounds sustainable. Young Mr. Van Horn? How's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out with however we can. Can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Okay, this is the diner. How do we get to Bex again? It's gotta be this way. Jeff's Wild Ride. Thinking this way? Yep. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in? It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. Do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines. And thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Let's go take the ride. Put it by Dad's grave. Hey, are you finding bugs? Guess what? Yesterday I saw Dynastes Titius. Oh, that's good. It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. Yay! Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, the ride's on the house. You want to hang on tight to that little tree.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me.
It's okay.
It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Yeah, sounds good. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, you only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We probably should give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always said, the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. Feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know. You don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks? There's one thing missing now that you're part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh God. It won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modul says that over the next few years, this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. That didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Yeah. Growing up. God, I keep picking the emotional games. And this one I played because I was looking for Halloweeny games online. And this is one that someplace suggested as a good Halloween game that's not that scary. Which, yeah, it's not. And it's also not doing credits, but the book closed. So that is, I'm gonna say, that is definitely the end of the game. And yeah, I think it was a good one for Halloween. Next Halloween, I'll have to figure out if I do a different one of the games. Like, forgot that, or basically replay this one because it could be very well worth the replay. But hopefully I'll see you all Monday. Have a good week. Bye.